everybody, welcome back. This is Sarah's night,
And Lantis.
and we're playing Resident Evil for the Gamecube.
The worst one.
Psh. Crap, I forgot, you can't go out into the... like, the door at the last helmet lock, it's like right past that. But it looks like we're not gonna...
I told you you're going to remember when it was too late. Mm-mm-mm. At least we don't have to worry about that snake no more.
Yep.
Richard!
What if that thing just, What if there was like a freak storm or something that gave it a power surge, made it start up on its own? You couldn't stop it because the key is already in place.
Well, you're dead. You are clearly dead.
Now the question is, I actually am not sure how to get to it now.
For some reason, I like the design of that door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish they had a range mode like in Director's Cut.
You mean Resident Evil 2? That had an amazing arrange mode, didn't it?
I know.
It was awesome. It was completely different.
I mean, this game has a hard mode, just making sure that goes back where it was supposed to. I mean, this game has a hard mode, but, like, the items aren't, rearranged. Would have been nice.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that goes out to the balcony. So let's just go ahead, do the emblem key.
Right.
Emblem key door.
Is there ever going to be a time when this game looks like crap?
Is there ever going to be a time when it does look like crap? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, it does. I said doesn't. I meant does. So will there ever be a time when this game looks like crap?
No.
Graphically, like...
For some reason, though, I always don't like the underground part, no matter which version of Resident Evil we're playing. I just don't really like going through there. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because you automatically die?
Maybe. And I remember there was like, I think there's like so much more to do in the underground portion on this version. They actually put like a lot of different puzzles in there from... Aha! I know exactly what I'm missing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
That realization, aha.
Da, da, da,
Da,
da,
da,
da,
da,
da.
da.
I think there were some Magnum bolts in here, weren't there?
I don't think there's ever been such a fanfare for such a crappy item in RPG history than Illusion of Gaia. When you get a roasted leg of yak, and they play that fanfare for it.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming back for those shells. Yeah, see, I don't know why I didn't realize it as I was knowingly remembering where you go to the second fight with the snake, because it's in the library. It's somewhere totally different from the original. Where you usually go to fight the snake in the original. Usually. Where you always go to fight the snake in the original.
You know, every now and then.
Yeah. It's like it's on up the stairs and down at the other end of the hall, and in this version you have like a ballroom with those sliding walls, and behind it you drop down without Barry needing to rescue you with a rope or anything.
Oh, Barry!
Yeah. Yeah. hammers in that area, so we will keep that handy. And we're about to lose the emblem key, so that's fine. I mean,
Right.
not the emblem key, the helmet key.
Helm.
So yeah, and that's how we get to the hallway behind the library, where you normally get the battery from that little storage room, and so on and so forth.
Sounds like you've got your head on straight, son.
Yeah, finally. But if ever I was the king of any game, it was this one. Back then.
Yeah.
Like, you just open a drawer without needing the light, but sure.
Well, how are you going to see in it?
I always wondered why the window's perpetually open. And that would have been a perfect opportunity for a hunter to just jump over the desk.
Swipe.
Okay. Up these stairs, y'all.
Chow.
Wait. I think there's a hunter.
Like you're actually holding your hand up.
Yeah, I'm like we're,
Like
like
I'm-
we're a SWAT team and we're like going
Like
down
I
this
was
hall.
expecting you to like hold your hand up, and then signal
Dude,
to
like
come
the,
on, like 2 this way, go.
Well, I don't hear a hunter.
You're good.
Yeah, I would have auto aimed.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, come on now. You fine? Sometimes I just sit here and really terrible lyrics just pop into my head from songs in the past. Like, nothing particularly
Yeah.
brought them up. And, oh!
Shit!
You died. You're dead. You died. Good job. Now you gotta do the snake fight over again. In fact, we could scrap this recording.
I totally did that in the wrong order.
Yeah, you did.
I thought you had to go behind the walls as they were going forward to, and it just made them come immediately back. As you can see, I totally don't remember how to solve that puzzle. Okay. Nah, that was kind of a funny.
I saw it come the other way. I'm like, wow, you're dead. You were very, very dead.
And my reaction, that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. And we were just talking about how you hadn't died yet.
Yeah.
Oh, the power of jinxing.
Yep.
It's just Esky sitting here in the chair looking sheepish as hell. Like, he's got the face of sheepishness. If that's even a word. It is now.
I think it is. For some reason, I've always liked it.
What?
Sheepish.
Sheepish?
Looking sheepish.
You're looking it. Just the realization that you done goofed. Did you get the key?
Helmet key?
Yeah. Are you going to take that with you and save yourself a little bit of a trip?
Yeah, after I'm done with the fight.
Oh, okay.
That was good.
Just... You... Like, and I like how you were like... You, like, tried to turn around and run.
I tried.
Like, you thought for a second that you were going to make
That
it.
I could salvage it, yeah.
And I love how the camera just, like, pans to the outside of the wall.
Because you do not want to see this. Even in a mature game, you do not want to see the remains of...
Squish.
For some reason, it really doesn't take an opportunity to, like, bite you right away, so you can get off 2 good shots.
Let's see if you do half as good as you did last time. Yep, you did. Or, I mean, you did. Oh. Jill sandwich, right?
Right.
Oh. Oh, it happened. It wasn't even a boulder that did it.
Watch, I'll avoid the boulder.
Yeah.
Easily
Now
now.
that you died, you got it out of the way. Da da da.
That was good. I'm kind of glad it happened, actually.
It's just the way you, like, that sudden realization that, oh, whoops.
I think I was supposed to wait for it to get a little bit closer to the center so that I have room to run back out. I know you have to push those switches for something.
Don't you just let it close all the way and then go push it? That gives you the maximum time to run back out, right?
No, you have to be next to it and wait for them to close in together because they automatically bounce back as soon as they touch.
Hmm. Up.
Yep.
Ah.
Okay, so I don't know if I. This is probably going to be like such a broken conversation here coming up, but I really can't. I don't know how to describe it. Just like that dream I had Thursday. Where's the mansion key? There it is. You know, like when I called you Friday. You know, like at about noon, and I was like, you know, I'm probably gonna take a nap at the crib before I head out because I just.
By that you mean play Bloons Tower Defense?
I did kind of take a nap too, but it was only for like an hour instead of 2, like I was intending, because I was trying to beat that one track. Because I hardly got any sleep Thursday. I just had this weird kind of extended dream. It was like one of those things where I'm pretty sure I woke up like twice in the middle of it, and the dream continued, like where it left off somehow, as I went back to sleep. But yeah,
it happens sometimes.
okay, you remember kind of like what my grandparents' house looks like on the inside?
Yeah,
right?
fairly well.
In the cul-de-sac, the area outside.
Yes.
Kind of. Imagine that cul-de-sac, and a little bit up the road is almost like its own inside.
Like it's
it was
indoors?
Like, yeah, in a kind of halfway in and outdoors. I really don't know how to describe it. Like kind of maybe walls on some of the side, in some places, and a ceiling in some places, but it's like in the middle of the road at the same time. I dreamed that like mom and dad were these rich abusive parents, like seriously abusive, like Joan Crawford level, kind of. And my sister and I were like teens again, kind of, or maybe a little bit before that.
Right.
And you know, they made us do chores, you know, when we still.
It's the hard knock life.
Yeah.
For us.
But this was like a amplified version of that, where they were just like abusive and commanding us to do this, that, and the other. But they were.
So what you're saying is, instead of treated, you get tricked. Instead of kisses, you get kicked.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were kind of like these rich, very socially inclined people. Like, I don't know, maybe Chattanooga was kind of like the Moral Kingdom in Rhapsody or something, and my parents were like, you know, Echwal's parents in that game. You know?
Oh.
It was like the only thing important then was climb up the social ladder to get closer and closer to, you know, the monarchy and all that stuff for self-gain, blah, blah, blah. So it was like, they went away on like this trip. And my sister and I, they were like, they left my sister and I with all these instructions. Like, Brooke was like mowing the lawn in the dark. Because it just had to be mowed. Like, you know, the front lawn in front of my grandparents' house had to be mowed. Like, every day. Like, keep the grass that well trimmed.
Wow.
And I was like polishing all the expensive cars in the driveway.
Dang, they loaded.
Yeah. Like, very, very, like, totally detailing them. And for some reason, my parents were so rich. There was a perpetual party going on in this weird in and out area that starts in the cul-de-sac and kind of goes back up the street, you know, which is kind of a hill.
And how many heads are we talking about here?
A lot, like 100, and people just kind of kept coming through and going like it was a bar or something. I don't know. And after like my chores were done and my sister and I were complaining about how downright sadistic my parents were, I was like, sis, I'm tired. Like, suddenly it was like I was about my age now instead of like 12, 13. And I was like, sis,
did you grab a Mario
I'm tired of being a virgin. I'm going to that party while mom and dad are gone.
Oh, you know what? My mind went the entirely wrong direction
Oh, yeah,
with the way that sentence started.
Yeah, sorry. That's not what I meant.
I know.
I'm like, I'm going to that party, and while mom and dad are gone and they can't know, and I'm gonna, like, find one of the girls.
That is gonna be...
I'm just gonna find whatever pretty girl's there and try to, like, swindle her into, you know...
a good time.
Yeah. I'm just like, I've had it with this... I've been shackled for too long under mom and dad's rule. And
so
I don't want to be a virgin at 30. Even though I am in real life. So I went to that party and I just started trying to score with like... It was like a constant party. Like, they were so rich, they could keep affording, like, servants just keep coming through, keeping the tables filled with foods, the wine, kept it bubbling, and people just came and went and socialized. Like, other rich people in the kingdom. It just kept going. It was so weird. I don't know. I wish you could see what I was seeing in the dream. And the scary thing is, when I got there, I wasn't having any... I, like, tried a few times with, like, ladies around my age. Late 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Adult ladies. And finally, I just tried hitting on one of the mother's the rich mother's daughters, who was, like, I think 15.
Oh, no.
And she was, like, taking selfies.
Ah!
Yeah.
No! You don't want anything to... You don't want to be any part of that.
Yeah, I know it. And so, yeah... It was... Okay, now I gotta be really careful here.
Yeah.
It just... I kept coming awake, and I'm like... You know, I got this confused look on my face. I'm like... When I go back to sleep, am I gonna get to, like, find out the rest of this?
That statue has a very, like, anti-gravity boob. Look at that.
Yeah, kind of. So you
don't
kind
screw
of...
this up.
You kind of wait for them to get a little bit closer together. Then
Don't you push the statue out there?
I think you have to hit like buttons on both sides. Okay. There wasn't one on... You can't go on the other side. Okay. So... Oh, I had to get the statue in there while they were...
That's what I was saying.
Well, I thought you had to do, like, on two different sides. But there's already one implanted on that side. Shoot. Oh, but I'm going to be safe when they come back together because...
Yes, because there will be a statue.
And it just happens to be, like, about my width. I bet Jill's, like, getting nervous like now. Are they strong enough to crush the statue? Okay, and then go back, press the button. And on their way back, try to push the statue into the cubby hole that will be revealed. By the way, what's this a picture of?
A picture of a mother and a child.
On closer examination, the left-hand side looks like someone's face. Well, there should be someone's face.
Yeah, because it's a picture of a mother and a child. There should be a face of a mother and a face of a child.
And just kind of, and luckily it just slides like right into place. Come on, there we go.
Hmm. Wow, you did that with a lot less death this time. Good job.
Yeah. Shotgun shells? Oh, dagger. Cool.
Dagger. Look, you could play the game and never get hit again. Or play the rest of the game and never get hit again. Well, from grapples.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a crank. Oh, it's a book.
Yeah, it's got the eagle medal.
Oh.
And this was like, this is where George Trevor's like, final note is hidden. He's like, here, he's like, you know what? I just realized Spencer's a real dick.
Not, well...
He's put me in this house to die.
Not as much of a dick as that Vincent guy. Golly.
I tell you, Vincent was like the ultimate dick.
I know, right?
Formaldehyde. That takes me back to biology lab days in college.
I heard that Vincent used to take duct tape and tape puppies around the bottom of his feet and use them for shoes.
Wow, that's really freaking horrible, dude. That's quite possibly the worst thing I think I've ever heard come out of your mouth. Like, offhand, I can't think of anything more sadistic.
That's... Well, that's Vincent for you. That's how bad Vincent is.
November 31st. Like, George is going crazy.
Yeah.
Something in the darkness caught my eye. Carefully, I lit the last match and I had to see what it was. My tombstone!
I'm... What do you want on your tombstone? Pepperoni! I don't think anybody remembers that. Do they still make pizzas?
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see him in Walmart.
Huh.
I don't get him. I still prefer Red Baron.
Yeah.
By the way, was this his tombstone? Where's his body?
That's definitely not a body. That's a ladder. So I don't know.
Maybe it fell down the ladder and broke
Maybe
into
he
millions
was.
of...
Maybe he was a ladder.
Well, maybe that he believed in like some kind of reincarnation with his particular religion, and he became a ladder after he died. You know, to help Jill bring Spencer to justice later on,
Right, like
in the events of Resident
and,
Evil.
And then, like this great, like karma comeuppance.
Yeah. I think the spider follows you, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Let's not de-equip the grenade launcher. Did he? He dodged it, didn't he? He leaped off the wall because he saw it coming. Clever, because I know he leaped off before the round hit the wall. Nice. I know
Why
I shouldn't be impressed
about that?
I know I shouldn't be impressed with the BOW, but I am. Or maybe I did hit him. Because it normally wouldn't take one shotgun shell. Ow.
Well, there you go. You still got one more.
No problemo. You coming?
That is very expensive on the old shotgun shells.
It was rather.
You don't want the map?
It's like the part that I'm just now going through right now that consists of like 3 hallways, so...
But it's the collect... Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's nice.
That actually got you back all the shells you spent.
Well, if you want to be real technical, it didn't. I spent 7 shells in a grenade round.
What? It got you back all the shotgun shells that you spent.
Well, I spent 7 shotgun shells though. Plus a grenade round.
wasn't that 7 shells?
No, for some reason they reduced it down to 6 in this
Oh.
game from director's cut. I don't know why they did that. Like, what was the point?
Me and my old. Oop. Oop.
Wow, I've got so many tasers. You know, I'm gonna let him go ahead and get a piece.
Why don't you use a taser? Those are better.
And one for you, and one for you.
It's really wait, what?
Yeah, if he gets you from behind, then it's kind of...
Well, there's another one. So, basically, it's just one dagger, one shotgun shell. Got 2 zombies, but you took a Naj.
Yeah, and it's still pretty formidable on normal mode. A Naj is. That's done, and then I believe we'll end up in the kitchen. Like, you totally don't need a map of this place.
Come on.
Even if you have no idea. Nah, just in case. Oh no, actually I probably shouldn't have taken it for... Because I'm going to get the battery and there's probably going to be some grenade rounds.
Well, good thing that this game has a drop option.
It does?
No.
Oh, you were
Yes.
being sarcastic.
I was. Oh, come on. Where's the headshot? The sound of the bug flying in the lampshade in that room is just too real.
There's so much detail. I mean, that's all I can... This, honestly, this is definitely in the running for, like, you know, game with best graphics for its time.
And the attention to detail.
And it's like almost everything new they did with this over director's cut was actually a really good idea. Normally, you'd be scared of change, that they would really F something up. But somehow this whole side story with Lisa
worked out
perfectly. Okay, there's a zombie like right here, I think. And also maybe an herb. His back must be to the wall or something. He's just
slowly turning around. Oh, there he is. And there's one behind you. Nice.
And like, yeah, these doors right here, they go into the library
Yep.
where the snake was.
Yep. Goody.
Let's make sure if there's something I can carry. If I can carry everything out in this room, I'm just not going to bother. Let's see, acid rounds, I believe, and shotgun shells.
Yeah,
battery.
you can at least get the shotgun shells.
And another taser.
Which you have 8
I
of now?
have 8 now.
What are you going to do with all the tasers?
I'm just going to start letting zombies nodge on me. It'd be great if I could trick a hunter into leaping on top of me, but
You can't
kind of
really...
scared I'm tricking him into... they're going to end up doing the wind-up punch, and before I realize that it's that, I'll end up getting owned. Okay, we're going to go visit an item box. Come back.
A universal chest. What wasn't this the game that had the mode where the chests were no longer universal?
Right.
So
And that... Oh, man. That made it hard. I liked it. That was a very good idea.
you had to decide on things you wanted to, like, permanently leave behind. I'm still on a high from your
Yeah.
reaction. to messing up that puzzle.
I haven't seen handgun bullets in quite a while. Okay, we need to keep that battery because we're going to use it here in a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Get the
then you can
crank.
drop the emblem.
And actually, I'm going to... No, hunters are going to start appearing underground, so we're going to keep that.
Then
let's-
maybe consider putting up the grenade launcher.
For hunters, no. I'm going to put up the shotgun instead.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, no, I'm going to fill it up just in case I run out of ammo on the other stuff. And then...
Can't even imagine doing this with someone that has less item slots.
Like Chris?
Yes.
And we're going to need the crank. It's hard to say. I guess the fact that it is silent in a lot of rooms, and you just had the ambient noise. I'm gonna go ahead and say that overall that was a good thing because it added to the tension.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
you know, at the same time, you're kind of tempted to say, "Man, it's so lazy not even having music." And
Well, the thing is, they handpicked the areas they didn't want to have music versus like kind of a track in the background.
yeah,
And the places they decided to use it, I think, work well for it.
wait, what's this on the floor right here?
That's a red herb.
Oh,
What did you think it was?
I thought maybe he like spewed all over the floor and then dropped in that area to where it just kind of landed between his legs.
Oh. No, you probably should have put that mixed herb up and just went with the green herb.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Tomato, you're fine. The amount of health you have is ridiculous. Like, half your universal chest is nothing but freaking herbs.
I tell you though, when I knew nothing going into this game, even easy mode was a serious challenge.
Well, I mean,
At first.
most REs are your first time through.
Well, I gotta say, I don't think I ever. Well, no, I'm sure I did, but not near as much as you would think. When like the first time other than after RE2, playing the next one I played like a few months later was like Resident Evil Director's Cut, and I started
Yeah.
on beginner. It's where like you get twice the ammunition with everything you pick up, and zombies take like 3 handgun bullets usually. Sometimes
that's
even
so-
hunters do.
That's ridiculous.
You know, they, and of course hunters aren't nearly as aggressive as with head swipes, so yeah. Okay, so out the door, out the back door, and we're going to we're going to go ahead and save at that point, and we'll just go ahead and call the video quits. Nothing's going to happen between
Yeah.
now and then.
And watch something happen. Later, guys! Oh, it's just the one trapped. Okay. I heard one. Sorry.